the history of reality television, few artists have managed to successfully dismantle the manufactured image created by their debut. But in early 2026, Jonathan has officially completed his most defiant act yet. For over a decade, the British tenor has been defined by his initial appearance on Britain's Got Talent, a moment that painted him as a shy, fragile teenager. However, recent reports from the London music scene indicate that he has fully seized the reins of his career, moving away from the pop opera machine. This is not just a change in genre, but a total rebranding of his public identity. As 2026 unfolds, investigative reports suggest that he is no longer following the roadmaps laid out by major record labels. Instead, he is charting a course that prioritizes his creative and psychological health over mass-market saturation. This report explores the specific decisions that led to this transformation and why the industry gatekeepers can no longer dictate his future. To truly understand the gravity of Jonathan's current success, we must first examine the investigative reports regarding his life before the cameras, revealing a history of systematic trauma that nearly ended his career before it began. Before the world knew his voice, Jonathan was a student at West Hatch High School, where he became the primary target of severe, relentless bullying focused on his appearance. Sources close to the family have confirmed that this wasn't mere schoolyard teasing. It was a psychological campaign that resulted in a total nervous breakdown. This context is critical because it reframes his entire 2012 audition. Jonathan wasn't just a nervous singer. He was a survivor who had been shut away in his bedroom for months, battling the darkest of thoughts. His debut was his first attempt to re-engage with a society that had systematically rejected him. By examining these early struggles, we can see that his 2026 transformation is not just a glow-up. It is a triumphant reclamation of a life that was almost lost. Recent visual reports of the tenor have sent shockwaves through the industry, as Jonathan enters 2026 looking virtually unrecognizable following a massive, sustained physical transformation. If you were to look at a side-by-side comparison of the teenager in the baggy hoodie and the man performing today, the difference is staggering. Investigative health reports confirm that Jonathan has successfully maintained a weight loss of over 70 pounds through a disciplined regime. He has been vocal on social media about his journey, crediting a daily goal of 10,000 steps and a complete overhaul of his nutritional habits. Unlike many celebrity weight loss stories driven by vanity or industry pressure, Jonathan has emphasized that this shift was a personal choice for his own longevity and vocal support. Carrying excess weight can significantly impact a tenor's breath control, and by taking charge of his health, he has unlocked a new level of vocal power that is dominating his 2026 recordings. While the tabloids previously focused on his weight, a 2022 revelation about Jonathan's neurological health has completely recontextualized his behavior on stage and his current 2026 lifestyle choices. At the age of 27, Jonathan publicly shared his formal diagnosis of autism, a moment that explained a lifetime of sensory overload and social anxiety. This revelation is crucial for understanding why he fought so hard to keep his partner, Charlotte, during his debut. She was his safety anchor in an environment that was overwhelming. In 2026, Jonathan has leaned into this diagnosis, becoming a vocal advocate for neurodivergent artists. He has structured his current career to avoid the high-stress, high-sensory traps of traditional fame, opting instead for smaller, more controlled environments. This investigative insight proves that his awkwardness was never a weakness, but a sign of a brain that processes the world differently, a reality he has now mastered and turned into a creative strength. Behind the scenes of the classical music industry, documents have surfaced revealing that Jonathan has officially cut ties with the major label machine to pursue a path of total independence in 2026. For years, he was part of the massive corporate structures of but current reports confirm he has moved toward a self-managed model under his own multimedia brand. This is a massive power move that explains his recent shift in public morale. By owning his master recordings and controlling his own tour schedule, he is no longer a product to be marketed, but a vocal brand with total creative autonomy. This independence has allowed him to take the breaks necessary for his mental health without facing corporate penalties. It is a rare example of a reality TV success story taking proactive control of their financial and artistic narrative. This move to independence is the primary reason why his 2026 output feels more authentic and unguarded than anything he has released in the last decade. The biggest clue to Jonathan's current state of mind lies in his highly anticipated 2026 album, Speaking to You, which investigative insiders describe as a radical departure from his previous operatic work. Released on March 27, 2026, this project is reported to be a raw, stripped-back exploration of his authentic self. Early reviews of the first single, a reimagining of John Legend's All of Me, suggest a more contemporary, emotional flair that moves away from the rigid structures of pop opera. Sources from the recording sessions at the legendary Angel Studios in London describe the album as of love that showcases Jonathan's fun and eccentric side. This project represents an artist at peace with himself, using his voice not just to impress, but to connect authentically with his audience. The investigation shows that this album is the definitive statement of his new era, proving that he no longer feels the need to hide behind a specific genre to be respected by the global music community. In early 2026, a wave of rumors suggested that Jonathan was preparing to say goodbye to the industry, but our investigation reveals a much more nuanced reality behind his recent social media silence. Whenever a major artist scales back their public appearances, the tabloids are quick to assume the worst. Speculation about a hidden health crisis or a permanent retirement began to circulate, but Current in London tell a different story. Jonathan was recently seen at a private charity event looking vibrant and relaxed, directly contradicting the narrative of a reclusive departure. The goodbye fans are sensing is likely a farewell to the exhausting, high-pressure world tour of his youth. He is reportedly pivoting toward more intimate, digital-first experiences and high-quality studio projects that don't require the sensory minefield of a global tour. He isn't walking away from music. He is walking away from the version of fame that was making him miserable. Vocal coaches and industry experts have recently analyzed Jonathan's 2026 output, revealing that his voice is in its most pristine and technically proficient condition since he first debuted in 2012. While many child stars lose their edge as they age, Jonathan's commitment to his health and his training at the Royal Academy of Music has paid massive dividends. His 2026 recordings show an increased richness in his tenor range and a breath control that was previously impossible. This improvement is directly tied to his physical transformation. By losing weight and building core strength, he has physically altered his instrument for the better. Experts suggest that he is currently moving into his prime vocal years, a phase where tenors typically find their true power. This investigative finding debunks any rumors that his recent scaling back of live shows is due to vocal decline. In reality, he is preserving his voice for the long term, ensuring he can continue to perform world-class opera for decades to come. Beyond the recording studio, Jonathan has begun a significant pivot toward philanthropy in 2026, specifically focusing on supporting neurodivergent talent within the arts. Recent reports from London's arts community indicate that Jonathan has been quietly mentoring younger musicians who, like him, are on the autism spectrum. He has been vocal about his desire to create a more accessible industry that doesn't force artists into sensory-heavy traps. This move from a competitor to a statesman of the classical world is a key part of his 2026 future plans. By sharing his experience with the Britain's Got Talent machine and his diagnosis, he is providing a roadmap for others who feel they don't fit the standard mold. This philanthropic work is reported to be one of the main reasons for his recent shift in public appearances. He is no longer just selling a voice. He is building a legacy that supports the next generation of authentic artists, ensuring that his impact on the industry goes far beyond his own chart success. Ultimately, the investigation into Jonathan's 2026 status leads to a clear and inspiring conclusion. He hasn't just transformed his body, he has finally mastered his own destiny. Jonathan is a man who has looked the industry in the face and refused to blink. He proved wrong in 2012 by staying loyal to his partner, and he is proving the world wrong in 2026 by staying loyal to himself. The unrecognizable change we see today is the result of a man who has reconciled with his past, mastered his health, and claimed his creative independence. He is no longer the boy who was bullied. He is a self-aware superstar who is choosing a path of selective excellence over mass-market saturation. As 2026 continues, Jonathan serves as a permanent reminder that integrity and self-preservation are the only things that create a lasting legend. The curtain isn't falling on his career. It is rising on a second act that is far more authentic than the first.